Thought we go a minute early. Why not be ahead of schedule? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear this mic. Hey Arnold, how you doing? Just wondering if anybody can hear me. How's the mic quality or the sound quality? All good. Okay, that's great. So yeah, we're testing out a new mic today. I got to use the new mic on my recent video that is coming out tomorrow at 2 p.m. A very cool review, but I'll wait for a couple people to join in first before we get talking anyway. Let everyone settle in, let myself settle in a bit as well, etc. etc. Nice to see Stefan in here. Great to see you in here, mate. All people in now. That's great to see. Yeah, you can probably see as well. I like the new do. Oh, the haircut. Nice to see Alex in here. Yeah, the hair's just slicked back at the moment. I need a haircut. As you can see, it's quite long, so it's the only way to make sure that this mess isn't in my face. So I don't know if it's a permanent resident when it comes to how I look, but yeah, it's kind of just how I look at the moment. I'm very busy. I haven't had a moment to go to barbers yet, but I'll probably go sometime this week. But you never know, it might stay. How's the sound quality, everyone? Anyway, let me know what the mic quality sounds like. Does it sound a lot clearer than it used to? Does it sound better? Does it sound worse? Let me know. It's the first time I'm using this microphone on a live. Um, Nice to see Marlon here as well. Nice to see Sean in here. But yeah, we're testing this new mic out, seeing how it goes. If it's any good for lives, if not, I'll just stick to the phone audio. But so far, so good with this mic anyway. Basically, I bought this months ago to upgrade my content, and it didn't work on my new phone. So definitely clearer and louder. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I basically bought it as like a way to upgrade the sound quality. I think it just needs turning up on your end, I think. What do you mean? Oh, from myself. Do you want me to speak louder? Yeah, so basically I bought this mic months ago and I've got the iPhone 15 Pro, and for some reason there was some issue where it just wouldn't take any Type C technology at all. I was on the verge actually a couple of days ago of buying a new. I see Stephen Lauren here. I was on the verge of buying a new mic, external microphone, a Lavia mic, and I just had some gut feeling. Give this one more try. It's been months, and I was watching a couple of videos on Lavia mics and stuff like that. And I'm not sure if the person had the same mic, but yeah, the picture isn't great. I can see as people like to make the jokes, but yeah, the, I thought I'd give it a test and it worked, and I was so happy because now the video quality, or should say the overall experience and quality of content on the channel, will have gotten a lot better just because of this. Because I think it's good just not having a mic for ease of editing and filming and stuff like that, but if you can improve the content just a slightest bit, which this does, it's very easy. Just plug in and it goes. Then I'm gonna use it and enjoy it as much as possible. And yeah, I used it in my recent video that's out tomorrow at 2 p.m. It is a review on a Haiger product. So if you want to check that out tomorrow, let me know. And I've also got a couple questions for the people on the chat here and people that will be showing up shortly, anyways. But yeah, I was getting onto this topic actually, and before I'll get onto these topics because I've got quite a lot written down today for us to speak about. I want to talk about the last video that come out on the channel. I don't know what happened. I'll be honest. Is you a good mid-range mic? Yeah, yeah. I've seen loads of different ones. This is just a very cheap one. This I actually bought this from a TikTok shop as like an experiment. So I got my gimbal from Timu and it was for free. I had to spend like £12 to get products, and it was like a sign-up bonus thing. Don't worry, I used Apple Pay to encrypt my details. But yeah, I got this gimbal for free, and I was basically trying out just cheap filming equipment. And I'll be honest with you, works perfectly fine. The phone itself does most of the carrying, but when you can just add little bits here and there to improve your content, then that's what I'm aiming and what I'm going to do anyway. Um, but yeah, as I was about to say, anyways, what happened with my last video? I don't know. It just flopped. I'll be honest with you. I don't know why. It's just part of how YouTube is. But I'm quite surprised why why it didn't take off at all. I'm not sure if anyone in the chat can let me know why, or if you enjoyed the video. If you have watched the video, let me know if you did, because I don't know if it got shown to everyone or what. Basically, it was a tank setup on the wild beta fish, and I'm really happy with the scape. I think the tank looks amazing. It's a really good video. I enjoyed it. The inhabitants and the video and the editing and the camera work. Like I think it was quite a good video, but YouTube decided to just not push it. It's crazy because I'll do a shop tour and I'm about to hit 10,000 views on one, like my first 10,000 views on a singular video, and that's with the Maidenhead Aquatics Preston tour. And that's like crazy because it's just like me walking around with Sam from Maidenhead, and he's just having a little talk. But I'll be honest, like video wise, it isn't the best video I've ever produced. Yeah, not everybody gets notifications. Interesting. It depends if you have clicked on notifications, but it's also one of them. Will it show up in your subscription feed? Will it show up on your homepage? These are the things that I'd like to know anyway for people who are subscribed to the channel in the chat at the moment. Um, but yeah, I just don't know why it didn't get shown to anyone. If you haven't watched it already, Crep Boy or whoever's moderating at the moment, please drop the link to that video in the chat. I'd like to get that video a little further up, just because I think it's a really good video for people who want to see something slightly different than what you're used to seeing anyways. But yeah, moving past the topic of that video, we'll get on to the next part in uploads. So I do uploads weekly, but the question is to use once again, do you want to see videos on a weekly basis? Do you want to see double uploads? Do you want to see triple uploads? Like, how do you like watching my content, or how do you like watching content in general? Is there a specific day that you like? Is there a specific time? Let me know in the chat, because I think that's a thing that I may be reconsidering at the moment, because I will be hands up, openly honest about the channel at the moment. We've done super well, like amazingly well. We've got monetization, we've got memberships, we're selling merch. The channel's doing really well overall. But in the past month, I'll be honest, it just hasn't. I don't know whether now that I've jumped that hurdle, that I guess it's going to be a lot harder from here on out, which I assume and knew anyway. But it seems like we've hit a little bit of a stalemate in the interaction with content from people, with the views, with the comments, etc. So I'm just wondering, from like a creator standpoint to a viewer standpoint, is there any kind of advice, or is there any kind of take on the content at the moment? Is there something that you're not enjoying? Is there something that you are enjoying? Do you think I should just carry on the way I am? Let me know in the chat. These are the questions that I'd like to know as well. So I know you've been releasing a lot of content at the moment. Maybe it could be a notification fatigue. Yo, cool tank. Thanks for the fish. thank you to Fish Craftian. Just there. I'll show you that a little better. So yeah, I've got 3 tanks at the moment and a shrimp bowl, but I'm going to be getting rid of the shrimp bowl. Do your own thing, for sure. 6 to 8 p.m. seems to be a good time at UK at the moment. Weekends are when people have more time. Yeah, for sure, for sure. But yeah, that's kind of the thing, innit? I want to know, like, what content do you like watching? Because at the moment, I'm not lost for content. I can get as much content out as possible if I need. Have I tried an ecosystem tanks? Yeah, mate. That's what that is. That's what a couple of my tanks are. They kind of look after themselves. Obviously, they've got filters on, but the shrimp bowl is an ecosystem. No water change. I just add a little bit of top up every now and again. And that's completely looked after itself. But quite a lot of the setups I do are kind of naturalistic. They've got aqua soil or normal soil, root tabs, etc. Like I build like a layer of substrate that looks after the tank and fertilizes the plants and breaks down the waste a lot better. And also, just a shout to everyone in here at the moment. If you double tap the screen or press them 3 dots and get the like button pressed, that'd be really helpful too, because it allows us to get shown to a couple more people. If we get that interaction going on with the live. But yeah, moving on anyway, as I was saying, I'm just wondering from everyone's standpoint or everyone's perspective, what content do you like watching? Is there, if it, there's no rain, there's no main reason to videos being a hit, mate. I released a short, nearly put as much work as full video, got 130 views, some point. Yeah, exactly. It's one of them. It's very weird. YouTube. It's a weird space. I'm not crying out saying I'm not getting any views because I am getting plenty of views. It's just I don't know if I'm starting to hit the ceiling at the moment, and maybe I need to try something else or try a different style of video or different style of editing. Or you get me? Like I'm reaching this point now where I'm constantly evolving my content anyway. I'm constantly trying new things. I'm getting new things to upgrade the content as well, filming equipment, lighting, etc. So I'm just wondering, like from the creator standpoint, talking to the audience. I like species profiles. Yeah, so I've done one, and I need to do another. I've said this for a while. I'm gonna do one on the raccoon tetra and the blueberry tetra. And then I could do some more in the future as well. Obviously, now I have more tanks set up. I'm kind of spoiled for choice, so I'm allowed to make individual videos on these fish. But I was just waiting it out till the fish matured, the setups grow in, and the tanks are a lot better to fill them. Because I'll be honest, hand on heart, I haven't done an update video on this tank like at all, and it's because the tank's been going through a massive ugly phase. At the moment, it looks good, but it's not to the level of good that I like. I want to show where it's at. Obviously, I've documented what it looks like now, but I'll get round to creating like a full scale video. But yeah, anyways, we'll continue on with a discussion. So, as I was saying about videos, we do have a product review out tomorrow. It's a Hygge product. It is a glass cleaner, so you'll be able to see it in use. Can you talk more about what you feed your fish? Sure. So I feed my fish a variety of different foods. I like fish sauce. I think if you can do them like the Maidenhead Preston one, where you're not voicing over after the edit. Yeah, exactly, Johnny. I'm hoping to do something like that with yourself, obviously next week. And then we're making a couple videos together next week as well. I may as well get onto that topic now whilst you're here. So I'm going to be visiting Johnny. Johnny is the manager of Maidenhead Blackpool. I said Preston because I read Preston. And I've already done a shop tour with Johnny, but that in-depth walk around kind of vibe, I think that is really good for the audience to get that insight into what fish, and I think it gives people a bit more relatability to the people running the shops. And yeah, we'll be visiting Johnny very shortly and seeing his setups and stuff like that too. So this is what I mean. I'm not on a stalemate when it comes to what content's coming out. I've got a backlog of a lot of a lot of videos coming up. But yeah, anyways, back to it. I feed my fish a variety. I feed frozen food. I feed live food. Very rare though, not too often. Live food is one of them things where it's more like a treat to the fish because I can't really keep it in the fridge. I'm still sharing the house with my parents, so I don't want to be doing that to them. But yeah, I do primarily feed frozen and dried foods, and I do a variety of different dried food a day. You don't want to be feeding the fish the same thing all day, every day, because you want to kind of mix it up and keep them interactive and trying different foods, etc. Maybe in the future. Hi, I am getting rid of all of my fish tanks for sale. Divided as well. Oh wow, how come? Is there any reason why you're getting rid of them? Are you leaving the hobby or are you moving? What are you doing? Need to head out for a bit. We'll be back soon. No problem, Stefan. I'll see you later. But yeah, so also talking about content. I have a delayed video, so I was going to have it uploaded for Wednesday. It is a video that people in the Discord know about first. They've seen bits and bobs, but we've got some new dwarf cichlids, and this is in the tank that is in my girlfriend's. So we originally had the Nanacara Animala, and I've uploaded a short today as well, showing you that I was saying goodbye to them. And basically, I had the Nanacara Animala, the dwarf golden eye cichlid, the common name, I think, and beautiful stunner fish, but I just couldn't, get them to breed. I done everything. I done the fresh water changes. I tried different live foods. I upped the temperature. I turned the temperature down. I had the cold water. I had hot water. Yeah, I done so many different things, all botanicals and stuff like that. And I had the fish for about 5 months, and yeah, there was nothing. There was nothing happening. Them fish just wouldn't pair off. It was unfortunate. Sorry to hear, Stephen and Alex, that you're selling your tanks off. Uh, Hopefully, you're still staying in the hobby in some sort of scale or level, because in my opinion, it's the best hobby. But yeah, as I was saying, I couldn't get them to breed, so I've opted for some new dwarf cichlids. Now, I'm not going to spoil the video. I'll let the video come out when it does, and you'll be able to see it then. People who are members of the channel, like Arnold, like Stefan, like Harry, like Mr. G. There is plenty of people that are members of the channel. Much appreciation and shout out to you as well. But you all get to see the early content, the behind the scenes and stuff like that. So if you want to see videos before they come out, if you want to see what I'm up to and little projects and stuff like that, make sure to join the channel memberships. It's a way to support the channel directly, and it helps out. As Shane is in here as well, Shane's also part of the membership crew. We are working on some new logos as well and icons for the members part of the channel too. Obviously, very, very busy, but we are all trying to upgrade the channel without worrying about views. What has been your favorite video to produce? So I don't tend to actually worry about views. I just think it's annoying, and I think every creator gets this, that you will make a video that is probably one of your best videos, higher quality, like you were saying, Mal. You've done a high quality short, and it flopped. Same with the video that I recently released. I was speaking directly to Fish Up Matt, and he's watched the video. He was giving me advice on the thumbnail and the title. I followed his advice, and the video just nosedived. And that's nothing to do with the advice he gave me or what I'd done for the title and thumbnail. It just didn't really hit the algorithm at all. So yeah, I think everyone's loving my hair at the minute. By the way, thank you, JDB Pro. But yeah, I'm keeping some tags, just busy with the kids and working. Yeah, that's understandable, Alex. But yeah, I think my favorite videos to produce, I love the tank setups. I absolutely love them. They're really enjoyable to document, to get the fish, to make a project out of something. Like, I really enjoy that. But obviously, in this small space, in this part of YouTube, there is a lot of more people that are also doing tank setups as well. So it's a competitive space, and it's about, I guess, hitting the right market. Nice to see Melvin in the building. Nice to see Urban Aquatics UK too. We've got plenty of people in it tonight. That's great to see. If everyone double taps our screen or press them three dots for the like button, that'll help the channel and help the live get in the right places too. Tea looks nice. Yes, it does. Little plug as well. we do have merch now. We do have a merch store open. I think you can even see. I can tag a product. Right. So I didn't freeze, but I've just tagged a product there. As you can see on the live right now, you'll be able to see that this t-shirt is now available. Now, I'll hold my hands up. I am making minimal profit off these t-shirts, but if you really want to support the channel, you can buy one, you can wear one, you can take a picture, send it to me, I'll repost it, I'll give you a shout out as well. It's just a way to show your support to the channel. It's a really comfy t-shirt. I do also have a zip up hoodie with my logo on and stuff like that as well. The tanks are coming along nicely. Yeah, my ones. I'm not sure if you're talking about your own or my ones, but yeah, I think my tank's growing in nicely. Oh my god! I'm just gonna show you all real quick if I can do this without it moving. Look who's out in the open. Do you see that? That is my L236 Paxepra Pleco, and it's gone. At least you got a glimmer. There's its tail. But yeah, tanks are all growing in nicely. The setups are coming along nicely too. We do have a new tank setup coming very soon as well to the channel. We're setting up a little nano tank that's going to replace my shrimp bowl. Shout out to Johnny for getting the tank in when I go see you next week, because I am very excited to finally have another tank in my own house. The difficulty has been is that I do have the shrimp bowl, but I think I've got fed up of it now. Plants aren't growing anymore. Shrimp is still breeding, don't get me wrong, but I think I've gotten a little fed up, I guess, of what's going on with the shrimp now. And I think I might opt for some nano species in that setup. So that'll be really exciting to get that out very soon. Hope everyone is doing well. Thank you, Sean. This might be a weird question, but what are your different tips on moving a fish tank? So I haven't done it yet, but I've helped a fish tank move. Basically, what you want to do is, if you want to keep the bacteria and everything alive and you don't want to break down the scape, what you can do is you can drain the water, put some cling film on top. If the tank, say it's an open top one, or if you've got a lid, you should be fine. But I'd still even do that and then put the lid on top. You want to keep the humidity in. You want to keep your plants alive, so you want to make sure that they're moist still. If you're able to move it and set it up within the same day, that's even better. Obviously, the longer you leave it, the bacteria could die off as well. You want to make sure that that filter is still maybe active. Maybe you got the same tank filter running on the bucket or container that you've got the fish stored in. You want to make sure that you've got an air stone as well and the heater on too. It depends obviously where you live. If you live in the US or somewhere in a hotter country and you don't need to heat your tanks, then you won't need the heater. But these are the things that you may need to consider anyway. I only look after a tank for dementia daycare. And don't keep any fish anymore. Don't have time traveling now. Yeah, exactly. It's one of them things. If you're traveling a lot and you haven't got the time, it's not fair on the animals that you've got in your tank. You want to make sure that you're able to cater to them and look after them. Yeah, the way actually, so yeah, which is my footstool. um, But yeah, so anyways, just moving on to next up. As I was saying, we've got some new fish. So I did get some more pencil fish. That's a little spoiler for the video coming out. The video may come out the end of this week. If not, it'll be early next week, because I'm trying to stay to one upload a week. But if I have to do a double upload, then I will. But I think I'll probably get that video out next week, just so you're not left waiting a long time before the videos with Johnny and the shop tour, etc. We want to make sure that we're given the best channel experience, and there isn't, a lack of content, should I say, or big gaps in between. We want to make sure that it's that Wednesday 2 p.m. vibe. That's what we've been on at the moment anyway. But yeah, as I was saying, new tank. I'm hoping to get some nano fish, maybe some dwarf golden barbs, maybe some Tiger Dario. Yeah, the Tiger Baddis, Black Tiger Baddis. Yeah, I'm looking at them fish, but obviously there's a couple more fish that I may consider. Obviously, let's see what Johnny gets in and see if it's interesting, and then I'll make my selection there and then, of course. Um, Rightio. So this is time as well for myself to promote the Discord. Our Discord is amazing. The people in the Discord are amazing. We haven't got the biggest community, but by God, we have got the most active community. I'm in some bigger Discords with about 40 to 50 people, even hundreds of people, and it's nowhere near as active as ours. We've got a great community building in that Discord. A lot of people talking, a lot of topics flourishing. We've got a facts page from Mr. G Martin himself. He is the life of the Discord. And then we have quite a lot of knowledgeable people too as well. So there's a lot of open discussions, non-judgmental people, very warm, welcoming. And I've had some tank issues recently, and if it weren't for the people in my Discord, I wouldn't know what to have done. Or should I say, my girlfriend, the tanks that I've set up in there, she had some issues. She was asking questions, and people were giving her some advice and help. So that's what I mean. Our Discord is great. If you want to join it, you're more than welcome to. If someone in here, Johnny, if you could please go on the invite section, or Crabboy, or Arnold, if any one of you could drop the link into our Discord. Our Discord is amazing, as I was saying, and we're hoping to get more involvement with videos. So we do polls, etc., and little chats and topics in there as well. So if you want to give some advice or ask for some advice or input into future videos, then join our Discord today. It is absolutely amazing. Also, as I was saying about our Discord, we have a section called Rate Their Tanks. So that is going to be a series coming out in the near future. People are going to be submitting their tanks, whether it's your tanks or any bad tanks that you found on the internet, and we'll get a video on that, talking about all these different things. To be honest, I'm very impressed that Mia, a non-fish person, spots those little cues from the fish that something might be up. Exactly. I've been trying to train her, Johnny, to just watch the fish. If you see any flicking or rubbing, like I just say to her, like, watch them daily. Just like spend a little bit of time, and if you see, you will be able to see something is off from a mile away if you just see that it's not as active. Nice to see Gordon here. Appreciate you dropping the link to our Discord. I think I'm going to do some planted community tank setups. That's going to be great. I'm addicted to community tanks. I struggle to do species only. The closest to species only I've got is a shrimp bowl and the dwarf cichlids with the pencil fish and the pleco. There's 3 fish, and that's hard for me to have because I love having a very active community with loads of different species of fish. But one of them things, and Alex, I've just had a nice breeding pair of zebra angels. Oh, great stuff. Yeah, Arnold has been speaking to me on Discord, and he speaks in a Discord about his breeding projects as well. So if you want to hear from a breeder standpoint, or people that are knowledgeable in the hobby, like Johnny, like Arnold, like many others, like Rebecca's in our Discord as well, there's plenty of information and stories and advice you can learn from everyone. But yeah, as I was saying, near future, that is a topic. We're looking to visit more breeders. We're looking to visit more fish rooms, more shops, etc., etc. So if you want me to collab with anyone that is local, that does fish content, no game and no nothing, just fish community related content, then please drop a comment in the chat. Let me know if you UK based as well. You've got to be UK based, and maybe we can sort something soon. Obviously, we are going to Aqua in September. I'm hoping to go to the Aqua event on the Saturday. The Sunday, I probably won't be able to do, but I'm looking forward to going there. I'm going to get to meet some new people and get to meet some people that I've been watching since I've first been a part of the hobby. And it'll be great to meet some of you guys as well. And I'll carry some stickers around and give some little freebies out to use if you do meet up with me, and I'll give you some stickers. Maybe even give a t-shirt away. You never know, or you never know. But yeah, nice to see Marie in here as well. But yeah, we are going to Aqua. It is the is it the 20th? I think it's the 21st and the 22nd. I think so. It's Saturday, Sunday in September. So if you are going there, let me know in the chat. And if you want to meet me, let me know in the chat as well. That'd be great. yeah, so also talking about collabs and people. Uh, as I've said previously, anyway, we do have a collab with Fish Up Mac coming up in the near future too. It's going to be really exciting. We're going to do a live Q&A kind of interview thing with him, and I'm going to pick his brain and hopefully find out some cool facts and information from him. And yeah, as I was saying to you, I've been speaking to Matt quite consistent recently. He's been giving me some advice. We've been having some cool conversations here and there, and it's just great. Like people say, never meet your idols, and I'm not putting them on a pedestal, but like Matt and MD and all these other creators, like they've paved the way for the likes of myself to start making content. Feel like this could be a potential career choice or path, maybe. Um, and yeah, it's really cool to be able to have conversations with someone that has been there, done it, and knows the ins and out of YouTube. I guess that they're on that. That They're a couple hurdles away from where I am at the moment. I'd like to be there at some point. Say next year. Say, you know what? I'm gonna be very, very, very. I can't. I forgot the word. I'm gonna set the goal of it. I want 50K by the end of next year. I'll say this now. I want 50K subscribers by the end of next year. If we can do that, that'd be amazing. But I think with the way the channel's grown already and the way the community that we're building is growing as well, I think that could be achievable. It's just one of the things that I need to crack the Da Vinci Code first before we unlock unlock the doors to be able to do that. But I'd love to be able to have this as a primary source of income and support my hobby, put into it, and then set up more tanks. That's what I mean. Before I started YouTube, I had one tank. Then I got a shrimp bowl. Then I set up another tank, and I'm about to set up another tank. So that's what I mean. Started with one, now I'm on four, and that's in less than a year. So that's what I mean. It has been a massive influence on the popular fish. I'm trying to get the fish that I think I'll enjoy, but also people will enjoy. Being able to watch and get put like a spotlight on fish that you wouldn't really know. So, for example, the last video I done the betta cocaina, that is a wild betta, and yeah, it's a beautiful betta too. So I'm hoping to document maybe some breeding with that. Again, with the dwarf cichlids, that video will be out next week. I'm hoping to document some breeding. I've already seen some behavior and displaying too, so that's going to be really fun to show uh, bits and bobs of that too. Remind me of the date, and I'll get it off to enjoy some fishy content. Oh, great stuff, Johnny. I think it is the 21st and the 22nd of September. So if you want to come, Johnny, you're more than welcome. Me, you, Harry will make the trip to Birmingham. It's the only time I ever wanted to go Birmingham. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm hoping to visit more people. I'm hoping to get more collabs done and boxed off because I think it's really fun to be able to put a spotlight on some either creators or people that are in the hobby that aren't you know visible online. Am I on Facebook? I am on Facebook as Adam Seven Fish Tanks, but I don't really post anything. If you want to see where like more of my stuff, you can follow me on Instagram, Adam Seven Fish Tanks. You can also follow my TikTok, Adam Seven Fish Tanks, and obviously subscribe to the channel as well. So if someone who's modern right now drops the links to my social media platforms, please do. But yeah, I'll be honest with you, I've kind of gone through the live very quick. I've kind of gone through the topics very quick, and we're already on the Q&A section, meaning that we've already run out of topics. I'll be honest with you. So if anyone has any topics, any kind of discussion we can get going, please do. Be really good to have some fun, have a little Q&A, a little back and forth, and hopefully I'll be able to answer some of your questions and give you some answers. So yeah, let's get a little Q&A going on. If you've got any questions, please drop them in the chat. Yeah, and I'm probably going to feed the fish live right now, actually. So if you give me a moment, I'm going to set up the camera on the tripod and I'll feed the fish for you live because I haven't fed them today. I have fed some pellets and wafers for the bottom feeders, but all the fish like to eat them as well. So if you give me a moment, set up my tripod. Right, I think that's set up. Rightio. As you can see, the top of the glass looks very dirty, but the tank had a maintenance session yesterday. We're hoping for this Tiger Lotus or Lymphea to grow in, which it's starting to. I've trimmed the plants in the back. Hopefully they grow in too, but I think I'm going to be getting some new plants for the tank. Question: do you think doing fish, having a tank, fish tank, can help with depression? What benefits you can get from breeding, etc., etc. Yeah, I think having fish is great for mental health. Honestly, I get home from work and work can be quite stressful sometimes. Having working in retail, retail is a very high intensity job that requires a lot of your social battery. So when you get home and you just want to relax and you just want to, shut down and enjoy just a little bit of peace and quiet, I think having a fish tank is one of them things that's great for doing that. So I'm just gonna feed the fish for you all real quick. Just give me a moment. Bring it back. See if I can get as much as I can in the frame. Right. Let's give them a bit of flake first. So if you were asking what I was feeding before this, just one of the flakes I feed. I do also feed some aquarium and other types. Get that in there for them. But yeah, I honestly do agree and think that fish keeping is great for your mental health. It's great for just shutting down, be able to enjoy something, watching the behavior of the fish and breeding and stuff like that. It's just a way. It's like a little micro world to escape compared to like the day to day life, and it just takes you out of that social media or just sitting there on your phone. I could just sit there for hours watching my fish to swim around, maybe chase each other around and stuff like that too. Um, I absolutely love it. Right. Nice to see FM in here. Check out FM's channel, everyone. By the way, he done his first live yesterday. I'm just going to turn the light a little brighter on here, by the way, too. Should be a bit better for you all to see. If I just turn my ring light off for a moment, you'll be able to see the tank a little better. But yeah, we've got a horned Nereitis going about to stay there. We did order some Cryptopava, and look at the state of that. I ordered it off eBay, and yeah, I might be able to save this plant. I have been refunded because it was very late for when it was meant to be delivered. So I'll plant it in. Hopefully, we can try and save it and get some parva growing in the front. But yeah, I got it from eBay. Yeah, it's not the greatest place to buy your plants, in my opinion. Although there is some good sellers on eBay. Don't get me wrong. Look at it. Maybe set up there. Focus there, maybe. But yeah, that's the fish fed really. Yeah, the aquaponics as well. We do have that Pothos. The Pothos has grown quite well. The Peace Lily, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't think it's doing too great. The Pothos is thriving, but the Peace Lily, yeah, it's not doing amazing. It's one of them plants that will either take off or won't. And I think the moment it's not taking off. So yeah, that's one of the difficulties we've got going on. But yeah, any more questions, anyone? Any more topics we can talk about? It's always nerve-wracking doing your first live for Sure FM because I remember doing mine and I just waffle about loads of random stuff, but I still do that now, but I like to plan it out more, have a bit more structure about things. I'd like to hope anyway. But yeah, it's just one of them things really. If you're a waffler and you're good at talking nonsense, then you'll do great. But it's one of them as well that I think if you've got a low social battery, then you can only go for so long, I guess. Oh wow! If I can zoom in there, my mini snowball Pleco has come out. Yeah, the mini snowball. These blueberry tetras, by the way, they will eat anything and everything. Oh, and it's moved. Have you gone? Yeah, there it is. It's mooching about. Obviously, we have the L236. But yeah, I'm hoping this tank grows in more, matures more, but we just we've had a lot of algae issues, as you can see. We're still kind of combating it now. A lot of gunk and detritus there. It seems to be dying off, thankfully, but it's not doing super great in my opinion. Obviously, when this all grows in the back, because this was a lot more bushy and dense, it'll look nicer. But I'll be honest with you, this scape, this setup, I'm not in love with it. I was originally, but we've had issues. Obviously, the first initial tank setup, if you've watched the video, we had a leak and that tank I felt like was bang on perfect with the substrate and everything like that. Now we have this ongoing issue where we keep getting say, biofilm on the top and algae issues because the aqua soil that we did put underneath the sand substrate keeps getting dug up by the cories because it was mixed in. In the end, it was mixed in. It wasn't actually underneath the sand because I had to try and save it because I spent a good amount of money on the aqua soil. So I had to try and reuse what I'd done when I broke down the leaking tank. So yeah, that was just one of the many issues that we had. And then obviously I keep seeing little bits of root tabs floating around and stuff like that too. So we've just got quite a lot of issues with it. And I'm hoping it solves itself with maturity because it isn't super old yet. It's still a very young tank, and it maybe it'll get past that ugly phase. But it's just one of them things, in it. Yeah, I'm thinking of getting a new light maybe as an upgrade, maybe a Haiger light, full spectrum with different colors, RGB or something like that. But yeah, we have also lost some fish in this tank. So obviously, with this being an open top tank, I lost one of my raccoon tetra. It jumped out, and they're not a jumping fish either. So I don't know what happened. Parameters were fine. It's just a freak accident. I think they do chase each other frantically when breeding. So I think maybe that's what happened. And one just got too excited and jumped out. We lost two blueberry tetra, so we're hoping to add more to the tank. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I love the tank. I just I don't know whether a clean slate might be better for it. But that won't be anytime soon anyway. I've got a lot of stuff coming up in the plans, and hopefully it matures and looks after itself, and then maybe I'll fall back in love with it. But the moment I'll be open with you. The love for it is dwindling, and it's unfortunate. But yeah, I think with that anyway, we've had a good live. We've had a good chat. I'll be honest, it's quite a short one, but we've covered a lot of topics already. These solo lives, I can either talk for 3 hours or I can talk for 10 minutes. And today, I think it's just one of them days where um, we've covered everything quite quick. Still had some good conversations, had some good topics and conversations spoken about in this live, but yeah, I think I'm gonna probably end it there. Have it short and sweet tonight. and hopefully for next week I'll come back with a bit more energy and a bit more talk, or maybe we'll get some more guests on and have another panel at some point in the near future. I enjoy them and we can talk for days. Although it's quite strange, these solo lives tend to do better. But I guess it's probably the format of being on the short section rather than the landscape section, which ends up limiting how many people can actually see your content unless they're subscribed, or you end up in the home section. So yeah, anyways, I appreciate everyone joining in. We've had a great live tonight. Again, short and sweet, but I hope to get another one out next week, and hopefully a bit more energy, a bit more oomph, a bit more conversation, a bit more topics too. Until next time, everyone, I appreciate you all joining in. Take care. See you later, wherever you are in the world, and good night.